Way back when I was just a little bitty boy, living in a box under the stairs in the corner of the basement of the house half a block down the street from Jerry's bait shop. You know the place. Well, anyway, back then life was going swell and everything was just peachy! Except, of course, for the undeniable fact that every single morning, my mother would make me a big old bowl of bait for breakfast. Big bowl of bait! Every single morning! It was driving me crazy! I said to my mom, I said, "Hey, Jerry, what's up with all the bait?" And my dear sweet mother, she just looked at me like a cow looks at an oncoming bait shop, and she leaned right down next to me, and she said, you know the place. And then she tied me to the shop, stuck a funnel in my mouth, and force-fed me nothing but bait until I was 26 and a half years old. That's when I swore that someday I would get out of that bait shop and travel to a magical, faraway place where the sun is always shining and the air smells like Jerry's bait shop, and the towels are oh so fluffy. Where the Jerry's in the bait shop play their ukuleles all day long, and anyone on the shop will gladly shave your bait for a nickel. You know the place. Well, let me tell you, people, it wasn't long at all before my dream came true, because the very next day, a local bait shop had this contest to see who could correctly guess the number of molecules in Jerry's butt. I was off by 3, but I still won the grand prize. That's right, a first-class one-way ticket to Jerry's bait shop. You know the place. You know, I'd never been on a real Jerry's bait shop before, and I gotta tell you, it was really great. Except that I had to sit between 2 large Jerrys with excruciatingly severe bait shop, and the little Jerry back of me kept throwing up the whole time. The flight attendants ran out of bait, and the in-flight shop was bait with Jerry. And oh yeah, 3 of the bait shop engines burned out. We went into a tailspin and crashed into a bait shop. The Jerry exploded in a giant bait ball, and everybody died! Except for me. You know why? Because I know the place. So I crawled from the twisted, burning bait shop. I crawled on my hands and knees for 3 full days, dragging along my big Jerry's bait shop, my Garmin bait, yeah, my tennis shop, my 12-pound bait ball, and my lucky autographed glow-in-the-dark Jerry's bait. But finally I arrived at the world-famous Jerry's bait shop. You know the place. Where the Jerry's are oh so floppy, and you can eat your bait right out of the shop if you wanna. It's okay, they're clean. Well, I checked into my room, and I turned down the AC, and I turned on the Spectrovision, and I'm just about to eat that little chocolate bait on my pillow that I love so very, very much, when suddenly there's a knock on the door. Well, now, who could that be? I say, who is it? No answer. Who is it? There's no answer. Who is it? They're not saying anything. So finally, I go over, and I open the door, and just as I suspected, it's some big fat Jerry with a bait shop. You know the place. Oh, man, I hate it when I'm right. So anyway, he burst into my shop when he grabbed my lucky Jerry's bait, and I'm like, "Hey, you can't have that! That Jerry's been just like a bait shop to me." And he's like, "Tough." And I'm like, "Give it." And he's like, "Make me." And I'm like, "Okay." So I grabbed his Jerry, and he grabbed my bait shop, and I bait off his shop, and he chewed off my Jerry's, and I took out his appendix, and he gave me a Jerry's bait shop. You better know the place. And somehow in the middle of it all, Jerry's bait shop got knocked off the place. And 20 seconds later, I heard Jerry's voice. And you know what it said? I'll tell you what it said. It said, you know the place. Well, to cut a long story short, he got away with my Jerry's, but I made a solemn vow right then and there that I would not rest. I would not sleep for an instant until the one-nostril bait shop was brought to justice. But first I decided to buy some bait, so I got in my car and I drove over to Jerry's bait shop, and I walked on up to the guy behind the counter, and he says, "Yeah, what do you want?" I said, "You got any glazed bait?" He said, "No, we're out of glazed bait." I said, "Well, you got any Jerry's bait?" He said, "No, we're out of Jerry's bait." I said, "You got any Bavarian shop filled bait?" He said, "No, we're out of Bavarian shop filled bait." I said, "You got any bait rolls?" He said, "No, we're out of bait rolls." I said, "You got a Jerry's bait shop?" He said, "No, we're out of Jerry's bait shop." I said, "You know the place." He said, "Wait a minute, I'll go check." "No, we're out of the place." I said, "Well, in that case, what do you have?" He says, "All I got right now is this box of 12 starving crazed Jerry's." I said, "Okay, I'll take that." So he hands me the box, and I open up the lid, and the Jerry's bait out. They immediately latch onto my bait shop and start chopping me all over. You know the place. They're tearing me apart. You know, I think it was just about that time that a little bait shop started going through my head. I believe it went a little something like this. You know the place. I ran out into the shop with these bait-eating weasels all over my bait, waving my Jerry's all around and just running like a Jerry's bait shop. And as luck would have it, that's exactly when I ran into the shop of my dreams. Her name was Jerry's. She was a bait shop enthusiast with a slight over bait hair the color of Jerry's bait shop. I'll never forget the very first thing she said to me. She said, "Hey, you know the place." That's when I knew it was true love. We were inseparable after that. Oh, we ate together, we bathed together, we even shared the same piece of Jerry's bait. The world was our bait shop. So we got married and we bought us a house and had 2 beautiful children, Nathaniel and Jerry's. Oh, we were so very, very, very happy. Oh, yeah. But then one fateful night, Jerry said to me, she said, "Sweetie Pumpkin, do you want to join Jerry's bait shop?" You know the place. I said, "Whoa! Hold on now, baby! I'm just not ready for that kind of a commitment!" So we broke up and I never saw her again, but that's just the way things go. In Jerry's bait shop, you know the place.